Hi, this is a quick video to show you how to register an athlete to La Classique d'Athlétisme de Montréal World Athletics Continental Tour Bronze. The meet is held on June 29th, and here you see that the deadline to register is June 27th at basically midnight. So the first thing we need to do once you follow the link that's on the webpage of the meet, you will be taken therefore to this website, and you can click on Me Connecter to connect. Okay. Here you need to log in to the web page. To do that, I suggest by far the easiest and most secure way to do it is by clicking on the Facebook link here. If you do that, you will be taken to your Facebook account. You will be asked to confirm that you're willing to register, and you're going to say okay, and that's going to create automatically an account on the website. If you don't have a Facebook account, then you can create your own account manually. It's a much more error-prone procedure, but you can always do it. So you can create your account by enter your first name, last name, cell phone number, email address. It needs to be a valid email address because we're going to use this to validate your account. Enter a password, validate your password. Okay. Once you click on create here, you will receive an email within the next minute or so that will give you a link. And if you follow that link, it will validate your account and you'll be able to proceed to your entries. Okay. Be careful, the link could end up in your junk mail folder. So I suggest that you also look into your junk mail if you don't see it within the minute or two. Okay, but in my case, so like I said, much better to use your Facebook account. It's going to be the safest way to register and fastest, but you can always create your own account. So I'm going to register with an account I already created. So I'm going to enter email address, password. I'm going to hit continue, and I'm taking to the main login page. So here you can see the name of the user. Okay, and I'm going to click ajouter. Okay. Since I have no athletes that are currently associated with this account, I need to create a list of athletes. So I'm going to click on this link here to create or modify my list of athletes. Click on it. And I have two options to register an athlete. Either the athlete is a Quebec athlete, okay, and then I can register by going in this first option. Okay, so I select a club, then I go here and I can select an athlete. Okay, so I'm going to select a valid athlete in this list. Okay, and I'm going to click Ajouter, which means add, and the athlete is going to be added to my list here. I can see it. If the athlete is not a Quebec athlete, then you need to click on this link. I need to enter a club. It doesn't matter which club you entered here because it's going to be overridden by the validation process. Okay, so I'm going to enter a club. I'm going to enter a province. Let's say I want to add Derek Drouin to my list. Okay, so I enter the first name, last name, gender, year of birth, 1990, March 6th, and I'm going to click Ajouter, which means add. This might take a minute or so, or even less, because it needs to go through the Trackie website and validate that the athlete was actually registered. If the athlete is not considered registered on the Trackie database, you will get an error message telling you that this athlete is not a valid athlete. So here I have Derek Drouin added to my account. So I have those two athletes that I have added that are part of my account. So I'm going to close this and I'm going to be reminded that I haven't yet chosen any events for these athletes. So I need to choose events. So I'm going to click OK and go back again to Ajouter. So if I go here, then I can select an athlete to register. Let's say I want to register Derek Drouin. I select Derek Drouin, and then I can pick an event. The first two events are going to appear, or the first events that are going to appear are the ones that are usually associated with this athlete, but you can register them in any event that are offered at the meet. Okay, so I'm going to click high jump, premium. There's always an open event and the premium event. The premium event has a standard. The open event doesn't have one. The meet director will eventually decide who's part of what, but in order for you to register premium and not pay any entry fees, you need to have reached a standard. For the open event, you don't have a standard, but you will have to pay $25 per event. So I'm going to select high jump, so hauteur, which means high jump. Automatically, a performance is going to be added, which is the valid performance found in the database for this athlete, in this case 238, and I'm going to click submit, this button here. Okay, and I can see that the athlete was added to my list. Okay, fees are considered paid because the athlete doesn't have any fees since this is a premium event and the athlete has reached a standard. Okay, now if I want to enter an athlete that doesn't have a standard, okay, I'm going to select the second athlete here. Let's say I want to enter this athlete in the 1500-meter open woman. Okay, I click submit, and here I have my second athlete registered. Fees are now added at $25, and I see that the background is blue, meaning that I have a balance to pay. So I need to pay those $25 in order for my entries to be accepted. Okay, so I have registered, I can close this. I have registered two athletes, one in an elite event, one in an open event. So the elite event is paid. The other one has a $25 entry fee. I can erase the athletes by clicking on these links if I want to change my entries, or I can modify them by clicking on this link. Okay. If I click on modify here, and let's say I would want to add this athlete to an event that's an elite event, and there's a standard associated with it. So let's say I want to add this athlete to the 100-meter hurdles. There is no performance because couldn't find them one in the database, and I hit modify here. I will receive an error message telling me that this athlete has not reached the standard at 1390 for this event. I'm going to say okay, and then I can go back and just cancel my modification. Okay, so once you've done this, the athletes are part of the database, have been registered to the meet, but you haven't paid yet. In order to pay, you can click on this button, Payer mes inscriptions, pay my entries. Okay, you're gonna see a box appear like this with a link here that will take you to a PayPal page where you'll be able to use your credit card or PayPal account to pay. You don't need a PayPal account to pay. You can pay directly with your credit card. Okay? And once you pay, you're gonna be taken back to this page, and you'll see that your fees have been covered, and this is no longer going to be in blue. It's going to be all white. Okay, so this is the process to register for the Classique d'Athlétisme de Montréal.